Hi there, Amit here for Advices Media, and this is the OnePlus One smartphone. A smartphone which has got a lot of interest all over the world, primarily because it has come up with a very different kind of marketing strategy, and this is from a new brand called OnePlus. Again, there were some rumors that this is a brand primarily from Oppo, and we have written a detailed article on that, like the connections between both of these brands. But nonetheless, let's talk about the smartphone which was released this year, and primarily it was available only to the first 100 users under a campaign called Smash the Past, wherein they would actually be asked to smash their own current smartphone, and in return they were given these beautiful devices which come with a very beautiful display and a very different kind of form factor, and I'm kind of impressed with the device as of now. Apart from that, the brand has mentioned that it would be coming up or maybe offering these devices in different countries, but as of now there's no announcement yet, and these devices are already available in a few different stores online in China, like the Oppo Mart or AliExpress. And if you would like to know how you could procure one of these devices, you can just tweet me at Amit Bhavani and I'll be answering you on the same. So apart from that, officially these devices are not yet available all over the world, and if you would like to get one, you just have to stay tuned on the oneplus.net website's forum, where they are releasing or sharing the referrals or the invitations to all the users, and following which they can get access to these devices. And the most important factor is the pricing point, because of which there has been a lot of interest from all the users all over the world. So without further ado, let's start talking about the top 5 or the top few interesting features which I found on this device. First off, the most important feature which I liked is the Screencasting feature. Initially it was available through CyanogenMod, and since the device comes with the CyanogenMod 11 OS on this, you can get a pre-installed option which says Screencast on the device itself, giving you a quick access on recording whatever is available on your device screen, which is actually useful if you would like to do a different kind of app reviews, or if you would like to record whatever is going on the screen. And as you can see, you would see a small kind of option or a small dragger which is following you, and whatever is right now shown on the screen is actually recorded. So you can do some different kind of beautiful presentations, and everything is stored through this option. And as you can see here, it says the video length is of 30 seconds, and let's try to play it out and show it to you.
It's actually useful if you would like to do different kind of app reviews, or if you would like to record whatever is going on the screen.
So overall, a pretty interesting and a very useful feature if you would like to not just do a screencast but also with the audio. It is actually useful and helpful to most of the users, and that is one of my very favorite feature, because I didn't find this on the Android devices. Even though we have the flagship devices and also the Nexus series, we don't find this feature on the other smartphones, but this is available on the OnePlus One. And following this, the next most important feature is the themes showcase, which is a very interesting option which comes on the OnePlus One. Normally on any other Android smartphone, you have an option to set up a theme or a different icon set, or even change the wallpaper. But in this case, what you actually get is a complete package wherein it changes the wallpaper, the theme, the whole colors, and even the icons. And you get access to a market where you can purchase different themes, or you also get a variety of different free themes available here. So let's try to connect to the access package and show you what all are available in the store. So here what happens is, like you can just select this kind of theme which is available at around $1.75, and following which you can apply it, or else you can switch to any free theme available here and proceed to the same. So that is a very interesting application which comes pre-installed onto the same. Now next, let's talk about a very interesting feature, which is the form factor of this device. Looking at this device, you clearly can feel that this is a premium device. As you can see on the back, in terms of the branding, you have the beautiful logo, that's the OnePlus One logo. Below the 13 megapixel camera with the LED flash, and a secondary microphone next to the camera. And apart from that, when you look at the bottom part here, you have some other information given for this device, and which is very important, because if you had received this device from the first campaign wherein the company had officially sent the 100 units, then you would had a website here, that's oneplus.net here, and also the Cyanogen Mod 11 mentioned here, but this is through different retailers, so you don't get that information. There's some Chinese information given here, so do make a note that you don't have to directly buy these devices from these Chinese stores, because you need to ensure that it's actually compatible with your current network or the current telecom provider, because there are different basebands and this can create an issue for you. Apart from that, when you talk about the form factor in terms of the back, this is a beautiful design. The speakers are perfectly placed at the bottom with a micro USB cable slot and a microphone. On the left you have the volume rockers with the SIM card slot. On the top you have a microphone with a 3.5mm headset jack, while on the right you have the on-off switch, which is again perfectly placed. As you can see, you don't find that it's actually coming out, and this is similar to the flat system which LG has also adopted in the LG G3, wherein the buttons don't stand out and they are kind of fixed. So if you look out in this different kind of angles, you can feel that the button is not actually popping out, and it's again in the form of the same design. So that is very interesting. And apart from that, you would feel that the front display is again edge to edge, but if you actually look into the device, you have a lot of bezel wasted here, which is again something which I don't really like, because you are holding a very large device on your hand. There's a lot of real estate which is again wasted in these factors, and a small amount of bezel is also wasted on the sides, but again it's kind of edge to edge device and not again up to the mark. Probably we can see that changed in the next version of this device. Apart from that, when you talk about the next important feature, it's the camera application, which you can get access from directly from the home screen itself, and that's here. The moment you are on the lock screen, you can just swipe from the right towards the left and you get access to the camera application. Now here what happens is you get a big list of different shortcuts and options here. Let me just give you a quick preview of what all comes up on this device. So this is the camera application or the camera interface, which you can see here. It comes with beautiful options here. The moment you go to the settings, you get different options, like you get the option to select the size of the picture. You can select it from 13 megapixel to a QVGA depending on the kind of quality you want. You can also go for very good high quality at 100%, or even go for a lower quality. And apart from that, you have touch focus duration, you have the focus mode, you have the option to select the ISO, you have the option to set up the auto exposure and also the auto banding. And then under video, this is very interesting because this device features a 4K video recording at this price point, which is very important. And apart from that, one very interesting feature which I found here is that you can actually record slow motion videos at 120 fps in full HD. Now this is something which I probably missed on any other smartphone, but I have never seen on a smartphone wherein you get a full HD videos in 120 fps. That's a slow-mo recording, and that is a very interesting feature here. Apart from that, you have the H.264 codec, which would ensure that you can record these videos in a smaller quality and actually compress the whole video. And apart from that, when you go to the camera application or the whole interface itself, you get different modes here. So let me show you a demo of that. You don't have to go and enable these different modes. You just have to swipe from the whole top to the bottom and you get these different modes enabled. Like this is auto, this is the aqua mode. So you get a real-time preview of what you're going to capture. Just tap on the capture button and the picture would be captured. The same way, different effects, like this is the posterize effect. This is the sepia effect. And different kind of effects are available here, and that is very interesting because you don't have to go and check out these different options. You get a live preview of everything in real time, and that is very important and very interesting. So overall, the most impressive feature of this device is the camera application, because not just thanks to the 30 megapixel camera, the software enhancement actually on this camera are very important, and they are actually very good. Now let's talk about the final feature which I liked, which is the on-screen button, because I don't like a device without these on-screen buttons, and primarily I'm a fan of a phone which actually has a home button here. But if that's not an option here, then you obviously want a on-screen button here, and for that this device has an option wherein you can enable these buttons, and that option is available under the buttons area here under the settings. And you can see here you have option of enables on-screen navigation bar, which you can select or uncheck this option. You can see that you get more options showing up here, and you can maximize the usage of whatever is shown on the screen. But the moment you do this, the actual screen state is actually lowered down. But again, the advantage is that you can actually get access to these buttons right away. And apart from that, you can also control what you want to show up here and what you don't want to show up here. So you get these all interesting options here. And apart from that, under the power menu, you can select what all options you would like to show up. Like, let's say by default you get the reboot, profile switcher, and all these options. If you would like to remove something from here, or if you want to add something here, you can just do that. So let's say you want to add the screenshot option here, we have just done that, and then whatever is shown on the screen would be captured in the screen. So this is a very interesting option. And apart from that, when you talk about the notifications area, this comes with a kind of notifications which you generally see on the Nexus devices. They're in first left kind of left side swipe will give you the notifications, or the right side swipe would actually take you to the settings. So that is kind of interesting. But here what you also get is a different kind of options wherein you can select and enable what you want to show up here, and you can rearrange or the order of all the shortcuts here. So that is kind of very interesting in terms of the notifications placement. And apart from that, this is a 64 GB variant device, and we got a lot of storage out of the box. So if you are planning to buy one of these devices, I would recommend you to go for the 64 GB variant, because you get a lot of internal storage rather than the other options wherein other devices where you get a very little amount of storage out of the box. So let me just show you the storage which comes out of the box. So this is the 47 GB of storage which you get out of the box, and as you can see, there are a few files which we have added in the audio section. That's the audio video, and following that, you can generally, on an average, you can say that you get around 50 GB of internal storage out of the box, which is pretty huge. And obviously we know that the internal storage obviously gives you better performance when compared to the external storage. So guys, these were the top features of the OnePlus One smartphone. If you have any questions, tweet me at Amit Bhavani on Twitter, or you can post your comments in the comment section below. And stay tuned on Advices Media, because we're coming up a big list of different giveaways on this channel, which starts probably from the LG G3, following which we'll giving out Sony Xperia Z2, Xiaomi S5.5. A lot of things are going to come up in the coming weeks. So stay tuned and keep posting me your questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Don't forget to add a like to this video and stay subscribed. Thank you.